Yo, yo, yo. What is up? How's everyone doing? Camera one. Camera two. Let's fucking go. All right. Can everyone hear me all right? Everyone see me all right? Everyone vibing, chilling, having a good time? What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having an awesome fucking weekend. I'm doing fantastic. What's up to everyone in the chat? Sam coins looking good. We'll take a look at those. Trader main, can I do XMR BTC? Sure, I'll add that to the list here. Excuse me. Ooh, up 11% today. All right. Ahmed Rayan, my garlic naan and I are ready. Fuck yeah, I love me some naan bread and I love garlic, so that sounds delicious. Throw the vid some likes. Shout out to Astro XBT. Thanks, homie. What's up, Hypno Toad? Can you stream when you and Rookie gonna get fruity in Miami? Absolutely. Rookie and I will be doing a joint stream in the future, maybe in Miami. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe it's already been discussed. What's up, Devin? What's up? What's up? What's up? I love how you embrace the neck meme. It's me now, man. That's my image. I'm the neck guy. I love it. All right. What's up, Crypto Kitty? All right. Cool, guys. So, welcome. I hope everyone's doing good. I feel like it's hard not to be doing good right now. We had a fantastic fucking week in the markets. Altcoins going crazy. Bitcoin's back up, retesting 60K for the third or fourth time here. And fuck, LTC, guys, it broke out. LTC is trading at 249 right now. Redemption, it's sweet. It's sweet. I'd like to thank, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank these diamond fucking hands I got here. I'm just kidding. But yeah, glad LTC finally is fucking moving, because holy shit. That's been a slog. But yeah, so I'm going to get into the usual stuff here, guys. We're going to cover Bitcoin. We're going to cover Ethereum. We're going to cover Litecoin. We're going to take a look at some altcoins. We'll take some altcoin requests. There is no interview this week, so we're going to do a nice big long stream. I'll get to as many of your guys' altcoin requests as possible. Yeah, let's get into it. This stream is sponsored by Bybit. So as you guys know, I've been working with Bybit now. This is my second stream with them. I'm super excited about this. I'm really stoked. I'm super happy. So I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, because that's part of the reason why I'm able to do this. You guys showing me some love. So shout out to Bybit. I've left some info in the description for something that they've got going on. They've got this big $250,000 giveaway going on. All you got to do is register using the link in the description and actually trade the BTC futures contracts to participate. That's it. You don't got to pay or anything like that. Sign up, put some trades on, long BTC to all-time high on the futures contracts, and you'll be participating and submitted into the prize pool up to $250,000 of prizes. So pretty sweet. And we've got some awesome stuff coming out with Bybit in the future here that I'm really stoked about. Some other giveaways and stuff. Who knows? Maybe some merch for the guys following. Really excited. And obviously nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. Everything needs to be taken with a grain of salt here. Do your own research. Everything that we're doing is obviously highly risky. So take it from me, a wide-necked guy on the internet. You need to do your own research when investing in any sort of thing, whether it's in crypto or otherwise. So be careful. Don't risk more than you're able to lose. With all that fun stuff out of the way, let's get into it. What's up, TradeXO? How you doing, man? Good to see ya. Cool. So I'll get to the chat, guys. I see a bunch of guys asking for charts and stuff already. I'm going to get to that. I'm just going to go over Bitcoin. We'll hammer that out. I'll go to the chat. We'll kind of go back and forth, keep the shit flowing. So Bitcoin, nice move up since the last stream, right? So I unfortunately did not catch this long. So Something that happens the more you trade, the more comfortable you'll become, not being in a trade. And what I mean by that is I know exactly what I'm looking for when I'm going to get in a trade. I know the exact setup I want to get into. I know exactly what it looks like because I've seen it literally thousands of times. And this is on all asset classes, right? So, because everything really, my setup looks the same everywhere pretty much. I didn't get my setup. So I didn't get in a long, and that's okay, right? The more that you trade, the more you're comfortable not catching every move. You realize that it's impossible to catch every move. You see these people on Twitter. They're posting it seems like everyone on Twitter catches every bottom and sells every top. You know what I mean? First of all, it's bullshit. Most of them do not. Look at that, 60K on stream. Let's fucking go. And I missed this one, and that's totally okay. My plan from last stream essentially played out. It just didn't quite come as deep as I had wanted it to. So I didn't get an entry, and that's okay. I've got a plan for how I'm going to get involved, and I'm going to share that with you guys now. So what we had done on the last stream is I basically just put a line at 60K, right? 6,000, imagine. And I had this kind of trend line dealy here, right? Just, whatever you want to call this, an ascending triangle. I called it the reverse bouncy ball meme, right? So the 60K floor or roof was like the 6K floor, right? And so the 6K floor, we bounced, lower highs every time, and then eventually it shit the bed and we dropped 50%. I'm expecting the exact same thing, to happen here, but in the inverse. Sorry, I literally inhaled a bunch of fruit. Got to get my vitamins. But in the inverse here, I think once we confirm 60K support, and that's why I posted on Twitter on Friday when we had this happen. This was Friday here. When we had this happen, I posted a poll. I said, do you think this is legit or just some weekend fuckery? And a lot of people thought it was legit. Some people thought it was fuckery. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to see confirmation above here because I do believe once we clear this level and start closing above it consistently, and so you can see we closed above it, back below, back above, we're consolidating right at this level. We are going to break out here in the coming days, I'm pretty sure. The question is do we drop first, right? Do we see one more dip, one more kind of manipulation to the downside, stop hunt, whatever the fuck you want to call it, before the move, to the upside? Because I do believe, like the 6K floor, right? Once this thing fucking breaks, it's going to break hard, but this is going to break up as opposed to down, which we all like way more. So I'm expecting a big move towards like 70K once this pattern breaks to the upside. This is a super obvious trade to me that this is going to go up. So I think not being spot long at the very least here is a mistake. Could we dip a little bit before? Sure, but that dip is going to be an opportunity for someone like me to trade and add on to a margin position. But in terms of spot, I'm thinking we're going to see an appreciation on spot Bitcoin here. It could be as much as, a 10 to 15 to 20% move in a short period of time. If you have, if we have a $10,000 move to the upside, that's $10,000 for every Bitcoin you own. That's fucking awesome. So really think there is a situation here where a lot of people are underexposed to Bitcoin and overexposed to alts right now. We've had just a crazy amount of alts running, lately. Which is awesome. They've been moving. I've caught a few trades, but when Bitcoin moves, I think a lot of alts are going to take a back seat. Doesn't mean that they won't go up. Generally, their USD pairs will go up with Bitcoin, but usually when Bitcoin is extremely strong, if we see some sort of $10,000 breakout, we're going to see alts suffer a little bit, and at the very least, they will lag behind Bitcoin in terms of if Bitcoin goes up 20%, an altcoin like a Litecoin or an Ethereum might only go up 10 or 12. But that's the relationship between the two, obviously. So once we get above here, we're going. The question is do we have a dip first? So where I'm at right now, I'm spot long. I'm not long Bitcoin on margin at this point. So I'm waiting for some sort of setup to form above 60K that I can get in, risk define, or some sort of move down to get in, risk define. That's the plan for now. Either a breakout play, and that's the exact plan I had last weekend. We were trading here. So my last stream, we were trading here. I said, I want to see us get above 60K, right? A lot of people were hyping, being like, we're at 60K, this is it, we're going to fly. And then what happened? We dipped. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised. My exact drawing was this. One more touch of the trend line and then go. We had this little dip. I did not get it because I was aiming for lower. So what ended up happening here? We ended up bouncing really nicely from this daily order block here. So we came down, test, boom, we're pushing up. And I just didn't bid it. I thought we might sweep the lows over here. I thought we might sweep this low. So I was kind of banking on a move like this, right? Sweep those lows and then a move away. And we didn't. We ran all these lows here and then we went. And so it is what it is. I missed the move. No fucking problem. I'm not concerned. There will be another trade, right? So plan remains the same, right? Need some sort of setup to happen here or need some sort of downside move that I can get long on, right? So maybe a move kind of into here or into here, right? So into one of these two kind of order blocks with some sort of low time frame, manipulation or run, right? So let's just delete this for a second. Like if we saw some sort of move down like this, right? Where's your risk? Your risk is here. Your entry is here, right? Your target is obviously the highs and beyond. That would be a dip I would buy, right? Or a move lower and a run of any of these lows. So I just need to see some sort of move down into support and then either, a false break of a level, right? So a false break, reclaim, or just a retest of support, right? Maybe we come back into here, right? Retest this, whatever it is. I'm not going to long right into 60K. I'm going to wait for either a break or a pullback. And that's exactly what my plan was last week, but it just didn't pull back as far as I wanted it to, right? So my plan was to long a pullback. Would have been nice to long the bottom, but I was waiting for lower, and sometimes that fucking happens. So Bitcoin's pretty straightforward to me. We're going to break out. This is going to go up. It's going to go up, in my opinion, hard. But it could dip and run this low first. It could dip. I don't think this low is getting run. I'm pretty confident, if anything, this is the low that gets run, if it's going to do anything. And then it's going to continue up. Otherwise, I'm expecting consolidation, chop, and a breakout. We have the Coinbase IPO on the 14th, which would be Wednesday, right? Or Thursday. Monday is the 12th. Tuesday is the 13th. Wednesday is the 14th. So that's, I imagine, going to be a bullish event for crypto. Is it a sell the news event, right? Is it Coinbase IPOs announced? It goes slashing. I'm not sure. Someone can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Is it an IPO or is it just getting listed? Is it a listing and they're not actually raising money? I don't actually know. But regardless, it's bullish, right? So it's going to be listed. And I imagine that's bullish for the space. I don't know if it's a sell the news type of event or if it's the type of event where we get some sort of manipulation before the event and then it fucking goes off, right? So maybe Monday, Tuesday, right? We drop down and then, by fucking next stream, we're trading at like 70K. That would be awesome. So either way, we're going to 70K. I'm fully spot long at this point, and any sort of dip is an opportunity for me to get into a leverage position. And if I can find a setup above 60K that I like, or price looks like it's holding 60K, then I will absolutely, get in a setup as well. Like if we break above like this high, right, and then maybe give a pullback or something, that could be a trade that I might be interested in taking. I don't know, right? So we'll see. No leverage trade for me at this point, but hopefully that's crystal clear. I'm super bullish. I think this is going to be a bullish week. The question is do we go down first? So what is the argument for going down first? Because I kind of just gave you the long side, right? Which is a run of this low or a breakout up here, targeting 70K at the Coinbase listing on Wednesday. The bearish argument, and I mean bearish very lightly in terms of short-term pullback before continued upside. Well, we rammed into 60K again, right? Failed to break, right? So we had a break and close here. If you remember, this happened on a weekend, right? So we haven't had a weekday close above 60K. This was on a weekend, and obviously you saw what happened there. But once we get a daily close above here, you know, it's going to fucking send. But for now, we had another move up on the weekend, move above 60K, reject, right? And we've put in a swing failure pattern here, right? So we do have a swing failure pattern here that's technically confirmed because this candle closed here, and now we're coming in and we're kind of retesting, you know, the SFP. So I wouldn't personally short this SFP. We're way too close to all-time high. You know, if an SFP happens in a range, if an SFP happens, you know, when price is trending, sure. But when it's and generally you want to trade with the trend, right? But taking a counter trend SFP, because I believe the trend is up, this close to all-time high just seems like you're asking to get blown out, because you're not going to get wicked out. It's going to fucking ram. So if we break down, right, because this is the SFP, right? That daily wick, right, is this on the hourly. It's this move. So I don't know, maybe if we like break down below here, right, there might be some sort of short, but I just don't really see it. I'm not really interested in shorting here, to be honest with you. I would rather wait and find either, you know, a long, and even if that long is down here, you know, great. But, you know, could there be a short? Sure. If we broke this low, right, and then came back and retested it, technically you could, you know, get in a short there, I guess. I wouldn't probably do it myself, but it is what it is, right? So I'm more interested in longing, but this is something you gotta be aware of. An SFP, the only logical spot that I could see us running is here. I don't see us going here. I don't think we're going below 50K for a long time. I think if anything, worst case scenario, and I wouldn't even call this a bad thing because it gives you an opportunity to fucking long low before the next big move up, is some sort of manipulation, big stop run, you know, flash crash below this low. And then I would not be surprised if it ends up being like a move here and then it completely closes back above, right? And it's just a big wick, and then, you know, we're bullish the rest of the week. Something very similar in the inverse is here. If you guys remember, way back here, I don't know if some of you were even born back when the market was trading here, but before the 6K floor broke, right? So I'm talking about where we are now as the inverse of this, right? So where we are now is this. It's the reverse bouncy ball, right? Gonna fucking rip. This was the bouncy ball, right? This is what got main popular on CT, was shorting all these fucking bounces. Right? Eventually, it just broke. What do you see here that could be similar, right, in terms of price action that we could see happen before the breakout of 60K? Well, on this, it was the inverse, right? So we had the 6K floor. I'm just going to put in 6K here, right? 6K floor. And look what happened right before we broke down for good. Right before we broke down for good. We had a big old fucking, you guys remember this candle? I don't know who was around in October of 2018, but I was here. And everyone thought we might be actually breaking out, right? This was a nasty stop run, ran all those highs, and then a few, you know, like a couple weeks later, obviously this is over a way larger time scale, right? So the pattern is the same, right? The pattern is the same. But this is just over a much larger scale of time, obviously. So instead of being weeks later, it could be a couple days later, because we're dealing with a much more condensed period of time, right? So big stop run, and then you saw the move down. So when you saw this, that's very telling that if we come back down, if we don't break out now, this floor is going to fucking probably give. And then, you know, it did. That was probably your sell opportunity if you didn't sell up here. Because once we had that big time frame close through there, it was over, right? Like we only had one other instance here where we closed below, right? And then it had a rally, and then all these were wicks. But that's kind of what I could see happening here. Hopefully that makes sense. right? Some sort of wick below this low, completely close back above. If that happens, I'm getting long as fuck, right? If we have some sort of run below here and it closes as an SFP, so we have a daily candle that looks like this, right? And this is just the wick. I'm getting long as fuck because then we are going to fly. Otherwise, I'm waiting along a breakout above 60K or when I see some sort of setup. But I'm fully spot long for now, and I'm just waiting for some sort of clearer setup for me to get involved. All right, so hopefully this plan is very clear to everyone. All right, I'll take a look at the chat here, make sure everyone is not bored to death already. All right. I will get to your guys' chart request. Don't worry. What's up, Charlie? What's up from London, bro? What's up from Canada? What's up, A-Man? How you doing, bro? What's up, Vlad? Thank you. I'll take a look. Hey, man, what does NEC stand for, really? I don't even know how it started, to be honest with you. I think it was Loma. It was either like Loma or Rookie or Altcoin Psycho. It was one of those guys, and I guess just on one of my streams, they saw that I have maybe a thicker than average neck. I don't think my neck is that thick. It's definitely thicker than most people, for sure. But it's not like, I'm not like a freak, or maybe I am. I don't know. I'm unstrangleable, that's for sure. But yeah, one of them noticed, and the meme was born, and I'm leaning into it. It's fun. I enjoy it. If you can't laugh at yourself, you probably are living a miserable life. I laugh at myself all the time, especially my own jokes. Anyways, nice Akatsuki wallpaper, bro. I'm such a fucking Naruto weeb now. It's unbelievable. I watched all of Naruto over the last like handful of months, and oh my god, it's so good. I'll take a look, Ernie, at OMG. Don't get COVID in Miami. I'll try my best. No promises. LTC's got plenty of room. I agree. Just picked up a steel case leap chair. You have one of those. I have no idea what that is. You'll have to let me know. Can I get your views on self key, please? Any particular? Sure. If it's on TradingView, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at all these coins, guys. Flex Mob Strength says working with laugh my ass off. Yes, bro, I am working with Bybit. That's exactly what's going on here. Do you think you can you and Altcoin Psycho can do a stream and share some options alpha? Yeah, I think all you guys who are watching this, all 298 of you, tag Altcoin Psycho, say you want him to come on stream with me. I've asked him before. I know he's down, but he would definitely come on stream with me. We're homies, so I think we could probably make that happen for you guys. Oh, you're going to pay all right when your ass gets blasted out of the market on leverage. Okay, dude. I can't tell if you're like just talking shit or something, but I don't like you. Abdul, just look at the 1 week chart for RSR, get your answer. Okay. What you mean you're not FCA regulated? Not yet, David. Not yet. I am not. I'll look at XRP. Lewis is back looking at Loaf. You don't miss anything if you're balls deep in spot already. Exactly. Always got both testicles fully in spot. What's up, Brian? Is it a bad idea to be in alts now that BTC could break out? So the one thing you've got to pay attention to, right, is, BTC dominance, right, finally broke this trend line, right? So we had multiple touches here, consolidated support. We're now breaking down, right? So you want to know why alts have been running. Well, look at BTC dominance, right? So this is when alts are getting crushed. This is when alts are doing really well. Look at the timing here. For most of the year, since January, alts have outperformed Bitcoin. Right? ETH is up more. Most alts are up more than Bitcoin is, relative to USD especially. So there's periods of time where, there's one going to be stronger than the other. The dominance is being sold off hard. I would suspect that this is support here. And I know people are like, don't do TA on dominance. I do it and it works. So I don't really care. I don't really care if it makes sense or not. It works, right? If I draw levels on here, it seems to work. So I do believe that we will see when, and this is right timing wise, think about it, right? Bitcoin is getting ready to break out from all-time high. Alts are going crazy and dominance is in the shitter. Dominance is in the shitter because for the last 40 or 50 days, Bitcoin's been essentially going sideways, right? Within a range of, $10,000. So when Bitcoin breaks 60K, this is going to put in a big green candle and that will fuck up some alts. Alt versus BTC pairs will bleed, right? If the denominator, I talk about this all the time, is strong, right? You're going to see some pain in alts. And alts are, what would be the alt MCAP? What's the code for altcoin? Jesus. That's not what I want. I want market cap for alts. I don't remember what the fucking ticker is. You guys know what the market cap is? MCAP. Market. Someone let me know what the fucking thing is. But alts have been outperforming Bitcoin, right? While Bitcoin's been kind of going sideways. So some alts are going to get crushed. USD, comparisons will do fine, right? If Bitcoin breaks out, FUSD will break out as well. So will Litecoin, all those things will go up. But the BTC pair is what might suffer, right? So just because the USD pair is going up, if the BTC pair is going down, you would have been better off holding BTC versus that alt. So whenever a big move in Bitcoin is coming, you generally want to be exposed to Bitcoin, right? And then when Bitcoin is going sideways or it's weak, that's when you get your best outsized returns to alts. I'm not saying sell all your bags, but just be prepared that if Bitcoin puts in a $5,000 candle to the upside or a $10,000 candle to the upside over a couple of days, alts are going to feel it and most likely will underperform Bitcoin. So, how you want to tackle that and prepare for it is up to you. But I do feel like a large portion of people are mostly in alts right now because alts have been going crazy and everyone wants to make money. And not a lot of people are probably that exposed to Bitcoin, which is usually the perfect recipe for Bitcoin to go on a big run and leave a bunch of people sitting in alts, being lagged behind Bitcoin. Let's get Maine's likes to 256. Watching, should have 256 likes. Thank you. Yeah, likes are great. I like likes. How much percentage of your portfolio is in Tether? In Tether, do you think is ideal right now? I can't answer that for you, bro, because I don't know what you're in. Are you in Bitcoin? Are you in Ethereum? Are you in other alts? Are you mostly just trading with leverage? Are you an investor? So that's not really a question I can just answer for you. I always have some Tether on hand to buy dips, right? If there's any major dips, and I'm talking 10, 20, 30% on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and shit like that, alts that I'm accumulating as well, I want to have some Tether on hand to be able to buy the dip. So I always have some ammo, but I'm still very much exposed to the crypto market. I don't think the run is over yet, so I'm not like sitting in 100% Tether or 80% Tether or anything close. But yeah, I always want to have some Tether on hand to buy dips, but I do believe we're going to see another all-time high here on Bitcoin, probably this week, if not this week, definitely this month. So I'm in a lot of crypto right now, and I'm exposed to a lot of Bitcoin. And I think that's fine. But yeah, you always want to have some Tether, but I don't know. I can't tell you how to, balance your portfolio for you, my man. Is this only on the 1D? I just did the one. That was all that analysis I just did is based on the daily. Right? Like on the low time frame, what are you looking at here? Like what are you trading here, right? Like this is a consolidation, right? But this close to the Coinbase IPO, I don't want to just long here. I just don't. I would rather see a breakout, right? And then some sort of setup form, right? Where I can get long or the pullback idea. But there's no long for me right into 60K here on the low time frame that I'm comfortable taking. That was a pretty nasty run down there. I don't know. Maybe if we would have longed in this wick you could probably just have your stop right here, right? But there's no intraday setup for me on Bitcoin here unless we run this low, right? And then that's kind of the plan that I'd be looking for, to get fucking big old long on below this low. But we'll see. Or something above here, right? Something above here where we get a breakout, right? Clear close above this high, break in market structure, and then some sort of pullback that I can get long on in here. All right, so let's look at Ethereum, then I'll come back to the chat. All right, total 2 is the altcoin market cap. Let's see here, total 2. So this is the altcoin market cap, right? Am I correct in saying that? Right? So would this not show, if I'm correct, that altcoins are, you know, exponentially outperforming Bitcoin right now? Am I correct in saying that for most of the month of April, right? Bitcoin's kind of been flat, slightly up. Alts have been going like this, right? So some sort of mean reversion here is what I would expect. All right, gonna look at Ethereum here. So Ethereum, looking pretty good. Made a new all-time high on Friday, I believe, or is this today? This was yesterday. Made an all-time high last night at what's going on with my price scale here? There we go. Made an all-time high last night, 2,200 we hit. Crazy. 2,200 right on the beam. So similar to Bitcoin, right? We've made a high. You know, we've run these highs here. I don't see a reason to short this as is. You know, but some sort of pullback, right? We came back here, we retested. This is going to go when Bitcoin goes. Like at this point, this to me is going to break up, you know, similar kind of pattern. This is going to go and leg up. 2,500 is where I'm targeting for Ethereum. It's just a matter of what's Bitcoin going to do, right? And once Bitcoin decides if it wants to go up, if it wants to break out, that's when we're going to see, you know, Ethereum, I imagine, make a confirmed breakout. And I'm going to look at FBTC in a second here, and it will kind of line up well with what my thoughts are on Bitcoin and the potential kind of near-term future for some alts. But there's nothing really to report here on Ethereum itself. Obviously bullish, obviously in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows, right? Everyone was hating on Ethereum because of how cucked it was, and you know, here we are making all-time highs again. So looks pretty good to me, right? That's a weekly market structure break on Ethereum. So any sort of dip, if you're like an investor in Ethereum, right? Any sort of dip is a buy. This is a high time frame market structure break. This is the last time we had a weekly market structure break, was here. All the way back here, right? Because this is a swing high. Broke market structure. We had a pullback the next week, and then boom, right? Another pullback, boom. So we've now had, and then this was the highest high on the weekly. We now had another weekly market structure break on Ethereum. So this is absolutely bullish. Ethereum is going to 2,500. It's probably going to 3K. But I think the breakout will be led, at least on the USD pair, versus Bitcoin first, right? And we're seeing Bitcoin push up right now. I think the futures market just opened for stocks and stuff. We got weekly close coming in an hour and 10 minutes. So if we get a weekly close on Bitcoin above 60K, it's just gonna fucking send, right? Like, this is gonna be a good week. I'm really looking forward to this week. So yeah, looking good. Ethereum looking very good. Any sort of dip, I think, is a buy. So looking at the 12-hour here, I don't know if we run this low. It's probably out of the question, but if we did, that's a big boy long, but that's pretty far away. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, again, similar to Bitcoin running this low, right, which seems quite far away from here. the only way I see that happening is some sort of big shakeout wick before the Coinbase news and before the eventual move to the fucking moon. But, you know, any sort of dip into, you know, here, I think is a buy. Otherwise, if we get it, and we've already kind of tested that level right there, wicked into it. But if we get a dip into the low 2000s, yeah, I would be looking to long Ethereum on some sort of low time frame play in there. The 12 hour is bullish. The daily is bullish. The weekly is bullish. So bullish, bullish, bullish. Ethereum is going much higher. Dips are for buying. Ethereum BTC. So this is going to kind of, just gonna redraw it with my new nice clear colors. It's way better. This is gonna line up well with what I was talking about. So this is something that I did on stream. Saying failure, but that's not true. I gave myself 69 days. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. What do you mean failure? Look at the little sad face. Oh my god. It's like calling me a failure. Sorry, my mom is trying to FaceTime me. So I'm just gonna delete this for a sec. God, go away. What is going on? Fuck off. You kidding me? There we go. So this is something I called on stream and I posted on Twitter about, right? So we had this big pullback, right? I'm just gonna delete this for a sec too. Big pullback. Everyone hates Ethereum here, right? Everyone hates Ethereum. They think it's going to zero. Perfect sentiment for it to not go to zero. Everyone's hating on it, cuck coin, blah, blah. I said, listen, we have a big move up. I've been consistent with this for literally fucking months. I started doing these streams in August, and I've been saying the same shit every fucking Sunday about Ethereum. This is in a fucking massive uptrend. This is a weekly fucking uptrend where we're making higher highs and higher lows on the weekly. This is gonna fucking go higher. This is like a Livermore accumulation cylinder, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is going here. I'm pretty fucking sure. And I've been super consistent on this going up, up, up. And obviously, it's the weekly chart, right? That means that there's a lot of, in the high time frame, right? On the monthly, it's like obvious. It's like, oh, this is in an uptrend, right? But the problem is the monthly chart. So there's all of these periods in between where it looks like shit, right? Because an uptrend has periods of down in it. Right? But as long as it keeps going up more than it goes down, it's all fucking good. So obviously, mentally, it's a battle, right? You've got to stick with it and realize that it's going to take time to form. But this is exactly what we expected. And I've been talking about this for fucking ever. I feel like a broken record. So it's magic. How about this? Fuck you. How's that sound? Stop saying fucking. Fuck you. Say whatever the fuck I want. This has been a massive uptrend, and it's just taken some time to play out. But once we made this low, and then we had this big push up, and then a pullback, I said we're coming right into support, right? So we had this kind of 3-day, semi-6-day order block here. These two candles, I pulled my fib from low to high, and lo and behold, look what happened. We came right into the 70.5, right into the 62. We found a floor. Everyone's hating Ethereum here, thinking it's going to die. And now we've pushed up and we've made a higher high relative to here, right? So if you just delete all this stuff for a second, came in, got the bounce. We've now made a higher high. So my expectation for FUSD or BTC is a higher low now, right? And continuation of the upside. And this would be confluent with Bitcoin breaking out. A pullback on FBTC would be confluent with Ethereum USD still going up with Bitcoin, but this pulling back because Bitcoin gets strong. This pulls back before it continues. Can we run this low? Absolutely, right? Could we run this low? Sure. But I wouldn't really want to see us close below here. So if we're going to run this low, I want it to look like this, right? Where it's a stop run. So we ran the low and then we continued. You know, maybe we get another low here. That would suck, right? That would suck for Ethereum. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think what's more realistic is we've broken out here. The next move is going to be a BTC breakout to the upside very strongly, and then some sort of deep pullback on here, just deep enough that everyone shits their pants, and then continuation of the trend, right? And if you look at this, zoom in a little bit more here, right? We're coming into, and I drew this out a couple streams ago, our first area of resistance. I'm actually going to go back to my original drawing here so I don't lose it, right? So I posted this on Twitter like couple weeks ago. I said, hey, great move off the bottom. I posted the chart with the arrow saying we're going up. And I said, we're coming in our first area of resistance. Lo and behold, we're consolidating right at that daily bearish order block. So this is going to be our go ham level. Once we get above here, we're going to go ham. But it's just going to take time, right? It's just going to take time. And a pullback beforehand would not surprise me because everyone will start shitting on Ethereum again, right? Imagine what will happen on CT if we have Bitcoin breakout, right? And then Ethereum BTC trades down here, right? Everyone would shit their pants and then continue to the upside, right? So just deep enough that everyone freaks out and then continue. But this is kind of what I'm expecting if Bitcoin breaks out. Pull back on FBTC, meaning FUSD will lag BTC in the actual breakout, and then continuation. Can we run this low? It's possible. I would rather we not. If we lose this low, I'm buying here. I'd put everything into here. I would put all of my eggs into that Ethereum basket here because this would be the point of, maximum opportunity, I think, for this to obviously continue going up. I like going below here. I just don't see that happening if this is going to continue making all-time highs. So I think this situation is much more realistic. Maybe we run this low, but I think a pullback here into the kind of 0.031, 0.032 area with a Bitcoin breaking out through new all-time highs, some weakness in this, everyone shits on it again, and then this continues going up. Because I think this is in a mega uptrend. I've been singing the same tune for literally months. So that's my expectation. Still super bullish on Ethereum. Those are the reasons why. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Who is this absolute? Who are you, Magix? You absolute fucking clown. He goes, vet. How to be a millionaire. How did you get there? Stop saying fucking. Fuck you. You come on my stream, you ask me to chart a coin for you. You ask me how to become a millionaire, and then you tell me to stop swearing. I swear, get used to it. It is what it is. It's how I express myself. I'm not bullish, I'm fucking bullish. Okay, it's a fucking adjective, you fucking clown. Fuck you. I don't like people coming in here talking shit. He says, fuck you too, bitch. Put candles in your ass. Magic, you absolute loser. You're going in timeout. How's that fucking feel, bud? Cool. So, hopefully my FBTC plan makes sense and that explanation regarding FBTC, FUSD, BTC breaking out as why we might see a pullback here, and I think it'd be very timely, right? Everyone's in a bunch of altcoins. A BTC goes to 70K, and then this thing shits the bed a little bit before continuing up, and everyone is happy because the rest of the month ends up being bullish. So this would be Bitcoin breaking out through all-time high, and Ethereum lagging, right? And then continuing. So still super bullish on that. All right, we're going to go on a Litecoin next, but I'm going to take a quick look at the chat here. God, we're going crazy. Chart's going crazy. Okay, I'll take a look at XRP. A direct listing, that's the word I was looking for. So I guess they're not raising money. It's a direct listing on the stock market. Still think it's bullish though. I still think it's bullish. Necklord Main, what's up? What's up, Kyle? Buy OTM, Coinbase calls, easy money. Could be. I'll have to consult with my options risk manager, Altcoin Cycle, on that one. Reset crazy funding. Yeah. What do you think would be the ideal percentage of alt BTC Tether at the moment? Again, I can't tell you how to structure your portfolio because I don't know what it is. I don't know what your goals are. Are you a short-term investor, long-term investor? I have no fucking clue, right? So it's really hard for me to answer questions like that. Personally, my biggest bags are almost always Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin. And Litecoin's been painful, but it's still up a lot. But those are always my three biggest bags. Everything else is minute compared to those three. And I always have some Tether to buy the dip. But again, right, everyone's different, right? If you would have had your portfolio 100% in Rune, 4 months ago, you'd be fucking loaded, right? So everyone's different. I'm a trader though, so I mostly am just accumulating Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's the majority of what I do. And then I just trade shit to accumulate more Ethereum and Bitcoin. What charting app is this? This is called TradingView. SFP is swing failure pattern. Yeah. Now it's the neck that keeps you in our hearts. Thanks, bro. It was the tether buy stop run. Never forgot that candle. Exactly. You guys are OGs. Was too depressed at that point to look at the charts. God, you must have been more depressed when it went to 3K. I was there when CTC begged on Tony Vase for shorting 6K, and he was actually right. I know. I remember that as well. Tony sometimes gets them right, man. Broken clocks right twice a day, I had a short in that range. I held for 2 weeks before it finally shit the bed. Legend. Then Arthur closed his account. Yes. Hell, I was here also. You guys are a bunch of OGs on the stream. Let's go. Finally, LTC is showing some life. I agree. What's up, Amar? How you doing? I made it on the MEX ROE leaderboard with that break. You fucking legend, bro. Give me some money. What the fuck? Watching from London. Can I please get your thoughts on self-key? Short, medium turn. Not trading it, but holding it. If I can chart it on TradingView, I will look, my friend. What's the Starbucks order? I'm a basic white bitch. I get a latte with 1 sugar, brown sugar, because I'm healthy. Just went over ETH. Lots of people say volume is low for a run. So I don't use volume in my analysis. And I know some people do, and they do it very well. It's not something I use. I always see the funniest ones, right, or where they're like, look, price is doing this and volume is like this. And they just draw like an arrow on volume going down. The thing about volume is it's not there until it is, right? And what I mean by that is it can look like there's low volume and then all of a sudden there's volume, right? Because the fucking Coinbase turns on the money printer, bunch of fucking buys are going on, and all of a sudden the volume is massive. And it's kind of like almost a lagging indicator at that point. So it's not something I've ever used to my advantage. So I don't really have a comment or that used enough to really fully understand it. I know some people who use volume. I know a lot of people who use volume profiles really well. It's not something I do. I do think a volume profile, which is showing volume this way, right, is more useful than volume down here. Because like I said, the volume down here can show up at any point, but the volume profile will show you at which price points the most volume was traded in a range, and it effectively can give you support and resistance, right? So I think that's much more useful, but I'm not a volume expert, so not the right guy to ask, unfortunately. We will watch the weekly close. I will check XRP. I'll take a look at Ocean. I appreciate you. Salute all of us here. Thanks, Daniel. That's very nice. Zil BTC, please. Okay. Would you hop in any USD or USDT pairs at the same time as you get into BTC because you expect them to move together? So, good question, Ernie. To my point, if Bitcoin is going to break out hard, right? Let's assume Bitcoin breaks out to 70K. Good chance every other coin breaks out less, right? So if Bitcoin goes up 20%, ETH might go up 15. Still awesome, but Bitcoin went up more. And that's going to be reflected in this chart. So let's say Bitcoin goes to 70K and ETH BTC does this. ETH might go to 2,300, but that's going to be a smaller move than the Bitcoin move. Why? Because this chart, Bitcoin, if this chart goes down, that means Bitcoin's stronger. So yes, you made money on ETH, but you would have been better off being in BTC because it was a bigger move. There will be some coins that outperform Bitcoin, right? And those are going to be the ones where the BTC chart looks super fucking bullish. And yeah, there might be an instance where you can catch a move that outpaces Bitcoin. But generally, when Bitcoin goes on a big move, that's the one you want to be in. Okay. Berto Brazy says thick with 2 C's. Can you please take a look at ELA USDT? Sure. Loma's a beauty. If we close this weekly above 59K, it's the highest weekly close. Very bullish. I agree. I'm super bullish. I'm fucking bullish. Any chance you'll chart algo? Sure. Girls love thick necks. I can confirm. At this time, I thought he's talking about position when you're deep in the red or green. No, man. They're literally talking about my actual neck. Thickest Nexus Maximus. Love it. You just have big traps, dude. That's all right. Exactly. I can shrug like a crazy man. Shrug hella. Okay. Have you watched Boruto? Not yet. Is it good? Is it worth it? I heard it's not as good, so I kind of don't want to ruin Naruto by watching Boruto. Any tips on taking profit in a parabolic move? Absolutely. Take profit. Right? Like either use things like fib extensions or, or projections to take profit. If there's price history, previous levels you can take profit, do it. Also just have levels in your mind, right? Like you've got to have a target in your mind where if maybe ETH is going to 3K, but if you're in a long from 2K, you're going to want to take profit along the way. To lock in gains, because there's nothing, usually parabolic moves end with a big retrace, right? So you don't want to hold something this entire way and then end up selling back here. So you can always take a portion off, leave some on. You can trail your stop up to previous lows, right? So if it's going super aggressively up, bring your stop up here, right? And if it goes below, now you're out and you've locked in this much profit, right? So definitely take profit along the way. A few different ways you can do it. I kind of just described there. Okay. The manga is getting good. Okay. Caudy USD, I'll take a look. Any interest in watching Boruto? I hear it sucks. Isn't that what I just said? Thoughts on BNB? I'll take a look at BNB. AOs, I can take a look at. Nekruto, I like that. Please like the stream, guys. Yes, please do like it. Let's get 100 likes. That would be G. Can you review BCH? Seems like one of the older coins, lagging, ready to rip. Sure, I'll take a look at BCH. If you set a TP level, I'll look at SRM too. I'll get to all your guys' requests. Don't worry, I'm going to do my best. If you set a TP level and you feel it's going to keep running, do you lose the TP and do trailing stops? So here's the problem with that logic, right? Is when price is ripping, right? When price is ripping, let's say you enter this pullback here, okay? And your stop is here. And then this is your TP. When price gets here, you're going to always have this feeling, right? And this is part of FOMO, right? That it's going to just not stop, right? And it's the same feeling that you get when exact same scenario, okay? You're longing here, your stop is here. And it does this, and it doesn't go to your stop, but it's trading below your entry. And you're like, oh, this is just going to keep dropping, and I'm going to get fucked, right? And the problem is you don't have a plan, right? And so when you don't have a plan, that's when emotion starts getting involved in the chart. What you're describing is FOMO. You think it's going to continue going up. Oh, I don't want to miss out on the gains. It's going to keep going. It's not going to stop. That's emotions, right? That's FOMO. And you need to cut that out completely. And the best way to do that, obviously, is to get used to trading and being in and out of trades and experiencing being up and being in drawdown. That's part of it. But having a plan, right? If you already know going into the trade, what's the worst case scenario, i.e. getting stopped out, and what's the best case scenario, i.e., taking profit at your TP level, then there should be as little emotion in the in-between. If it's at your stop, you were wrong. If it hits your take profit, you were right. And trust me, I've been there 1,000 times, right? I've been there 1,000 times where it hits my TP and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to hold it a little longer because it looks super bullish, right? And then it does this. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, well, fuck, I now it's not at my TP. I need to hold it, hoping it goes back up. Oh, it's going back to my TP, and then it does this. And all of a sudden, you've now fucked yourself, right? So this is going to happen all the fucking time in your trading. You have to have a plan. So have a plan. That's going to help you control those emotions. Another thing that you can do is, let's say you have a TP, right? So entry, stop, TP. Once you get here, take some off the table and leave a portion on. Maybe take 50% off and then put your stop to break even, right? Or trail your stop, right? But definitely, like, why is your TP there? If it's there for a good reason, at least pay yourself a little. Because the last thing you want to do, one of the most damaging things psychologically in trading is having a winner become a loser, or having a loser become a big loser, right? So having a winner become a loser, right? Stop, entry, target. Price comes up, boom, fills you. You don't TP, all of a sudden it's here. This fucking sucks, okay? And then just as bad, entry, stop, TP, right, is price goes like this, and then it goes like this, and you take your stop off. Because you're like, oh, it's going to turn, and then all of a sudden it's down here. And you would have been stopped out here. This also fucking sucks. So have a plan, right? Your TP is there for a reason. Fucking use it. Take some off, trail your stops, things like that. I'm getting all saucy in this video for you boys. Lots of sauce. XRP went up like 50% in a couple of days, so it's not that big of a piece of shit. I'll look at Link. 57K or 63 curves, what you think? I covered that already. So I don't know, right? I'm either waiting for a breakout or I'm waiting for a dip, and then I'll long the dip. But I'm fully long on spot at this point. Yeah, BTCD at support. I agree. Doesn't BTC dominance also drop? There are more and more coins every day. So yes, to an extent, as more coins get added to the ecosystem, you could say that the relevancy of BTC dominance is less and less and less, right? Because the more coins there are, naturally, the less BTC dominance, or BTC is going to dominate because it's now against more coins. But it doesn't change the fact that there are periods of time when it's going up and when it's going down. So yes, this could be dropping partially and due to Bitcoin going sideways and alts being stronger right now, but it doesn't change the fact that when it's going up, BTC is strong, right? Okay. Only alt I'll hold no matter what is FTT. All right. Club Havana says, why do we trust someone who doesn't know Total 2? I don't know, bro. Why are you here watching me then, you fucking loser? Leave the stream. I don't give a shit. Please do one with Kaleo. I would love to do a stream with Kaleo. I've talked about it with him in the past, and I think he's down. So don't worry. I got some exciting stuff for you guys. Maybe because you're here. Exactly. Everyone knows 69,420 is the top of Bitcoin. Obviously, 69,420 would be the logical top. That would make the most sense. He says maybe because you suck. I don't know who's worse, you or the other guy. You're getting put in timeout as well. See ya. Aside from leverage, what is another way to go deep, heavier into BTC on an SFP? I'm already spot long from 57.50. I'm considering short-term options on BTC-related stocks. Yeah, so I mean, you could get into BTC-related stocks. You could just buy more Bitcoin, right? Like that's why you always want to have some tether on the sidelines. If it dips, you want to be able to buy more, right? I mean, the only way to get longer on Bitcoin without using leverage is to probably buy Bitcoin or buy some sort of Bitcoin-related product, like you had mentioned, companies. You know, they're using Bitcoin mining companies. You could buy, within your retirement account, through Grayscale, shit like that. But yeah, buying, that's kind of the only way. I'll take a look at Matic. He says, what do I think about the Bitcoin monthly chart? Still no correction. Yeah. I mean, what do I think about it? I think it's fucking nuts. I mean, inevitably, this doesn't end well. I mean, inevitably, this is going to pull back. Super cycle, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, at the end of the day, I saw good... I feel bad. I'm just, like, ranting this stream. Not enough charting. I don't know. If you guys hate this stuff, let me know. But inevitably, these parabolic moves end in crashes, right? Nothing can go up like this forever. You know what this looks like? It looks like this. Right? Just straight the fuck up for what seems like forever. I mean, we did have a red month here, but in reality, we wicked all the way down here and then closed way back up here. So if you, excluding this month, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months of like basically straight vertical. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So I'm not of the mindset that this bull run is just getting started. I've talked about this in the past. Like, I know a lot of people are like, the alt season is just getting started. The bull run is just heating up. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is this super cycle going on. By all means, I'm down. I own a lot of crypto. Fucking send it forever. But the stock market has been going straight up for a year since the COVID dump. So is Bitcoin. Here's the COVID start, up only this entire time. So to think that we're up 20x on Bitcoin, we're up 30x on fucking Cardano, we're up 25x on fucking Ethereum, we had DeFi go ham in the summer, and then we had DeFi go ham again. We've had altcoins do 10, 100, 1,000, percentages like all across the board. Shit's been going ham for a year, right? So when people are saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to 100K, it absolutely can. But a lot of people are underexposed and late to the party, and they need Bitcoin to go 100K to make money. 100K from here is not even a 2x, right? So if you think that the shit is just getting started, maybe it is, and I'm completely wrong. But I'm more of the mindset that we're in like the last third of this run as opposed to the beginning, right? Like, we've been going straight up for a year, and and shit has gone crazy. Well over, what's the market cap now? 2 trillion? Like, shit has gone ham. There's so many top signals out there with NFTs selling for tens of millions of dollars, celebrities all over it, the news all talking about it. Fucking Coinbase. I'm not saying the top is coming next week by any means. I think we go higher. But I don't think the bull run is just starting. Like, I think people who are like, the bull run is just getting going, they're either just farming for engagement on Twitter, which I do shamelessly all the time, or they're fucking late to the party and they need prices to keep going crazy. But if you've been in crypto at all over the last 12 months, doing nothing, just owning Bitcoin or Ethereum or pretty much any altcoin, you've made a bunch of fucking money. Right? So, I don't know. I think it's kind of a little bit ignorant to be like, oh, it's just getting started. Alt season. It's like, dude, I feel like we've had alt seasons happen. I'm not saying that there won't be another one. There's a lot of coins that still can pump. I think LTC, for example, versus BTC, Ethereum versus BTC. A lot of these BTC pairs on older coins have a lot of room. But we've also had huge growth in the space over the last 12 months. So unless it's some super cycle, which I could be wrong on, I just don't think this time it's different. Obviously, I would love it to be. I just don't personally. I could be wrong. I think it's if you've made life-changing money, if you've made millions of dollars, enough where you can change your life, secure your future, your family's future, and you're like not taking profit because we might go to 100K, I think that's dumb. Millions of dollars is millions of dollars. The last thing you want to do is have millions of dollars and us be here and then you lose all of it, right? So, definitely take money off the table if you've made life-changing money. I don't think it's over by any means. But yeah, I don't think the bull run is just getting started. If this is some sort of super cycle and we're going to like 300K, I'm here for the ride, baby. Let's go. But I've definitely locked in profits on a lot of things. I mean, just Bitcoin is up 20x. Just Bitcoin, right? So how much higher do we go? I don't fucking know. But people talk about 100K like this is some crazy thing. It's like 100K is not even a 2x from here. Like the lion's share of the move has happened already on Bitcoin at least, right? But usually, right, remember, when did the last alt season happen, right? It was here. When Bitcoin topped, we had a big alt season. So maybe that's what will happen. Maybe we have a couple more months up, right? And then a big alt season, and then everything shits the bed, right? Who knows? Who fucking knows? Yeah, OMG did great. Yes, closes in 27 minutes. Hey, Maine, do you know if John Fibonacci is also known as Flood? I don't know who John Fibonacci is. Do you use order blocks? Yes. What do you think of Doge? I'll take a look. Convert all my LTC to ETH and BTC. Feel very confident about that. Nice. I'll take a look at Cake. I'll look at Ocean. Thank you. All right. I don't know how to ban people. All right, guys. I'm gonna get caught up here on the charts. All right. So I'm gonna look at Litecoin here, and then I'm gonna go into the chat here, and I'm gonna start going through you guys' requests. Okay. So I know a bunch of you guys have already dropped chart requests in the chat. So I'm gonna scroll back up, and I will go read them. So don't blow up the chat with the same chart over and over again. If you've seen someone ask the chart already, I'll get to it, all right? So Litecoin finally fucking broke out, right? So this one feels fucking good. I'm pretty fucking happy about this. Took for fucking ever, right? But in reality, in crypto terms, it took forever. In reality, it was a month. Right? So we had our big breakout January into February. We had a pullback, and we basically had 1 month of sideways, right? So if you just go from February 1st or March 1st to March 30th, right? So we had, 1 month of sideways, and then now we've broken out again. So really happy that this finally broke out. Feels good. Now you're noticing a lot of more people are talking about LTC. Just remember, Maine was shilling it to you for a month straight while it did nothing. So let's not forget that. But yeah, this looks fucking good to me. High time frame breakout of a big consolidation here, right? So we had basically, this is 2 months of price action here, kind of just consolidating, and we just broke out and we made a higher high, and we've just made another higher high. So I'm expecting LTC to start expanding quite quickly. I think this is going to be one of those moves that we see similar to like a TRX, where it just goes absolutely ham. So again, whatever Bitcoin decides to do, right, in the coming weeks, coming days might affect LTC a little bit, but I'm very much expecting this thing to go and make a new all-time high. All-time high being around 360, 370 very quickly. I would not be surprised to see LTC make a new all-time high this month. So high time frame, whatever time frame you want, this is bullish, okay? That is a 3-day break in market structure. This candle is about to close. That candle hasn't closed yet. The weekly is about to close in about half an hour as a higher high, right? So as you can see here, we have this level that was capping price, right? Test, rejection, and now we're breaking through. So LTC was a slow mover, but structurally it was beautiful. If you just look at this thing on the weekly, right? We had a move up into resistance, right? Pull back right into the order block, and then another move up and a higher high. That's exactly what you want to fucking see if this thing is bullish. So hoping that the weekly here closes. So I want to see the weekly close above, what is the high here? 230. Oh, it's definitely going to, oh no, this one. 246.49. So I would like to see the weekly close above here, so it doesn't close as an SFP. It doesn't. If it closes as an SFP, it doesn't mean it's not going to go higher. It can close as an SFP and then still rip. But I would ideally like it to close as a higher high. That would look good. And then any sort of dip on this is for buying. I'm super bullish on LTC for the rest of the month. I think this is a major breakout. And I think the fun is just getting started on this coin because it's been lagging, right? It's been lagging relative to a lot of other coins that have already ripped and broken out, older coins as well. So bullish, came in, retested our level. This is a breakout of this huge consolidation. What happens, right? Price goes up, consolidates, and then what comes next? Expansion. So I'm expecting big things for the rest of the month for LTC. I'm buying dips. Looking at LTC BTC here, right? We finally got a decent candle here. Again, the one thing you have to be aware of, right, is this is coming into kind of some diagonal resistance here. Bitcoin is teasing a big breakout. We could see another push down here. Ideally, we don't lose this low, but we grinded down. I said LTC moves like Doge and XRP. It moves very similar to those two, which is it absolutely just gets shit on. It looks like it's never going to pump. And then it rips faces immediately. Absolutely gets shit on, rips face. Absolutely getting shit on, hopefully rips face, right? So that's kind of the plan here. And that's what I've been talking about for what feels like an eternity. We came into this monthly demand, grinded all the way down, and now we see a nice big monthly candle starting to form. I'm hoping we see something like this, right? So that means on the lower time frame, it could go like this, right? There will be periods where it goes down, but assuming it, my thesis is correct, it's going to end up as a green monthly on LTC. That's the ideal scenario. So this has a ton of room to go, right? Like once it breaks out of this downtrend and maybe it has one more rejection, right? Like maybe we see one more push down here. Okay. One more push down. Who knows? Maybe we make another low, ideally not. But once that happens, right? Because LTC USD is going up. But once that happens, right, kind of like a falling wedge here, once we break out of this downtrend line, I think we're going all the way up here. And that's a lot of room, right? That's a lot of room to up here. 200% move on this kind of thing. That means the USD pair will go absolutely insane. So I would not be surprised if LTC USD makes a new all-time high this month, and I'm expecting LTC BTC to close the month of April with a bullish monthly candle. All right, so still waiting for this to break out. So the fact that this is breaking out and starting to look strong and is giving bullish market structure, and this hasn't even broken out yet, is a good sign in my opinion. We've been shitting. Look on Twitter. Where was the maximum amount of shade that I was receiving on LTC? Right? The maximum amount of shade is here. And then what happens? Right? Then boom. And now people are talking about LTC again. And then it might do this. Right? And then they're like, oh, it was a fake out. And then it will go. But once it breaks out of this high, I think it's going to look really fucking good. And I think it's going to run really fucking hard. So I'm still holding all of my spot LTC. I haven't sold any, and I don't plan on selling any until we make a new all-time high or something catastrophic happens and the entire market implodes. All right, so you can look at LTCF here, right? Looking kind of similar, right? Just grinded down. Is there a situation here where this maybe breaks out and we see LTC outperform F for a period of time? I don't know. We'll see. But I still own a shit ton of LTC. So yeah. Okay. What else was I going to look at here? I was going to quickly show you this, right? So this is very similar to how LTC operates, right? I mean, this is not as good of an example as this. Jesus. Doge looks actually kind of good, right? So just shitting the bed, and then it just rips. XRP, BTC, maybe on Bitfinex. Yeah, here we go. All right, so this is similar to how LTC trades, right? Boom, boom, right? Just grinds down. So, I mean, this, I don't know about this coin. Could look pretty good here. Could be going for a rip soon. So, okay, let's start doing requests. I'm going to delete all of this. I'll cover UTK at the end because that's one of my bags. All right, I'm going to start scrolling through the chat. I'm going to do my best to do as many of these as we can. We're at an hour and 20 minutes on the video. We've got the daily close in 28 minutes. So let's see how many charts I can get through. And we'll just go from there. All right, so I'm going to just go for as many as I can here. All right. All right, it got rid of the old chat. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so if your coins was from before, I don't know, whenever I was cussing out Club Havana, you're gonna have to redrop your stuff here, guys. All right. How's there only 56 likes? I could have sworn there was more. Let's see. What's the first coin that I see here? Ocean. All right, we're gonna do Ocean. Do this, and we'll do Ocean BTC. All right, let's take a quick look. So I'm gonna look at the BTC pair first. So, you know, came in, formed a bottom, in an uptrend. So, assuming it continues in this uptrend, I think the BTC pair looks fine. We are coming into resistance, right? So this would be kind of your resistance area to watch here. Right? So this is similar to the pattern we're seeing, you know, on Bitcoin, for example. It's kind of an ascending triangle kind of gig. But assuming we maintain this uptrend, I think it looks good. On the BTC pair, it has, you know, it needs to break high. It needs to break this high. But yeah, I don't know. Needs to break this high. All right, but yeah, looks okay on the BTC pair. Looking at the USD pair, we've broken out on the 3-day. We've broken out on the daily. I mean, this thing's just grinding up, right? Consistently grinding up. It looks like, I mean, this thing's fucking crushing it, right? Since the start of the year. Since the start of the year, right? What, we're up 5x, 6x? Pretty fucking good. So that looks good. But yeah, I think this looks okay. It looks like we've got this consolidation here that we've broken out of now, right? So I would assume if this is going to continue up, that this area holds as support. So wouldn't really want to see us lose this low right around 140. If it's going to continue going up, right, maybe we get some sort of pullback in here, but you want to see continuation from here because you basically had big consolidation here, right? A range, broke out of the range. It's now retesting the range high. So you want to see expansion to the upside, but overall looks good. BTC pairs in an uptrend. So, you know, no complaints about this one, right? Want to see us kind of go up. Okay. Cake. Let's look at Cake. Okay. Oops. What the fuck was that? Oh. All right, so this is Cake USD and this is Cake BTC. This chart looks very similar to each other. We'll start with the BTC pair. This thing's up big today. So I imagine this is Pancake Swap. You know, this looks good, right? Breakout there. Looks pretty fucking good to me. Lower time frame, right? Big consolidation here for the month and a big breakout, right? So that's a nice big breakout. Probably see this thing continue to expand. Looks really good on the Bitcoin pair. So again, right, you know how I mentioned some alts are going to underperform Bitcoin? This could be an alt that outperforms Bitcoin even on a Bitcoin pump based on how bullish the alt BTC pair is, right? There will be outliers. So what I want to see here on the BTC pair, right, is I want to see us close above this high on this next candle. And then I want to see this become an order block and support, right? So I want to see a move up, and then I want to see a retest here, and then I want to see continuation, right? So kind of similar to what we saw here, but it didn't give the retest. You know, break up, didn't give a pullback, but then continued. So this could just rip from here. But once it closes above this high, I think that'll confirm that this is going to go and have another leg. The USD pair looks almost identical. I mean, this is obviously going absolutely bonkers. Since the start of the year, let's see, this is crazy. Does that even make sense? Am I on drugs? Is this up 40x this year? So like, right, where's alt season? It's like, I don't know. This is up 40x. Is this like, is this not good data here? I don't know. Like, is it even trading here? Maybe, I don't know. But this has gone absolutely wild. And looks really good, right? I don't know why this would stop. This looks like it just broke all-time high, retested it, and is breaking out again. So this looks fucking good. The BTC pair looks fucking good. I wish you would have told me to buy this 6 months ago, and I wish I would have listened. All right. So yeah, this looks pretty fucking good here. Let's see here. H4. This closes in what? So this candle closes in 22 minutes, and it could be closing as a higher high. That would be bullish. And if that's the case, you know, you want to buy dips, right? You want to buy dips on this kind of a thing. So any sort of dip. Is there a daily order block? I guess, right? I mean, I don't really like how big this fucking order block is. See if I just mark this, it'll probably be that H4 area I was looking at anyways. Yeah, I mean, any sort of dips into here, right? I think, oops, are a long. If we close as a higher high, right? Pullbacks into here are longs. But this looks really fucking good. BNB. BNB BTC, BNB USD. Again, something that's up huge, right? Obviously, CZ is a fucking genius. This guy's just a money-making machine. Look at this. What do we have here? Look at that analysis right there. This is from January. So I would have done this on stream, and I haven't touched this since. Breakout, retest, fucking moon it. Imagine if I listened. Imagine if I listened to my own fucking advice. I'd be up bigly. We'd be up bigly. Yeah, looks fucking awesome. I mean, CZ is fucking the GOAT, man. One of the GOATs. Because look at this fucking shit. Does he not own like the majority of the supply of this coin? So this looks fucking awesome. I don't really even know what to say. There's nothing to look at here on the weekly. This is so far away from price. I don't think we're coming back there. Lower time frame, maybe. So again, maybe Bitcoin breaks out and this has a pullback. If this pulls back to here, I think you buy it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to pull back this far, right? Because this is like 20%, but it could. Bitcoin puts in a huge candle. We could see some of these alts drop 10, 15, 20%, right? So any sort of pullback there, absolutely you fucking buy it. I don't know if it will pull back that far, right? Like, this is a consolidation I would watch as well, right here. So pull back into here and run, maybe a run of this low. But if it pulls back to that daily zone, which is here, you can see a nice little move, retest, boom, pull back, boom. So if it wants to run some lows, if Bitcoin rips and this wants to pull back a bit, if you get some sort of dip into here, you buy the shit out of it because this thing is obscenely bullish. And if you get a chance to buy in this daily demand, I suggest that you do. Will you get a chance? I don't know. The 12-hour actually gives you a decent area here too. So these would be the two areas to buy the dip on this thing. Again, I don't know if it's going to happen. This one seems way more likely than this one. But if you get lucky enough to buy here, I think you do it. Otherwise, yeah. Buy in here on pullbacks. BNB USD, it's the exact same fucking chart, right? This chart is identical. So everything I said there, right? You got the exact same order block. Let's see, I did some analysis here. Look at this analysis, man. Look at this fucking pinpoint analysis that I didn't follow. I should have longed BNB myself at 320. So this would have been from a stream 2 weeks ago. This would have been the April, or this was last week's stream. So last week's stream, I mapped out a long and it played out perfectly and I didn't long it myself. So we had this H4 order block, had a little bit of a trend line here, said pullback there, retest there, boom. There's your pullback. There's another retest and boom. But again, I don't own any BNB outside of using it for like swapping shit on PancakeSwap or the Binance Smart Chain, BCS. Could you use that for the gas there? But yeah, this thing's been on an absolute fucking tear this year. Right? Like, look at this. This is up fucking monstrous numbers this year, and I missed the majority of this entire fucking move. I've taken a few BNB trades on leverage, but I own no BNB spot, so I guess I'm not going to make it. FTT BTC. All right, fucking hell. Sam coins. Getting into Sam coin territory. I mean, again, these exchange coins have fucking absolutely ripped. That must have been wishful thinking there. Not much to say, right? Absurdly bullish. Any sort of dip into this previous consolidation, right, is a buy. Again, I don't know if you will, but this is a huge breakout. This is like, look at this. This is the weekly, right? This is a big old weekly breakout here. So, you know, maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get lucky. But similar to BTT or BNB, this is such a far drop, right? Bitcoin would have to really rip or really shit the bed for us to get a pullback this deep. But if you do, you buy it, right? This is classic weekly breakout, weekly demand. Any sort of move in here, I think, is a buy. But do we get a pullback that far? I don't know. Looking at the lower time frames, you kind of got a little 12-hour zone here that's untested. Could see a pullback into here. But I would look to either get in on a breakout, right? I mean, look, little pullback, chatting right back up. Look to get in on a pullback, either kind of into this order block here or into that bigger weekly demand down here. That would be kind of the two situations that I'm looking at on the BTC pair. And again, this is the exact same as BNB. The BTC pair and the USD pair have almost identical market structure, so there's no point in charting them both. God, what's going on down here? Again, right? I'm such an idiot. I'm charting these things, breaking out, and I'm not taking them nearly enough. I do own FTT spot. I have a decent bag because I get some discounted fees when I trade. But yeah, that sucks. I checked Ocean. We checked all those. Dash is about to chat. Let's take a look at Dash here. All right. Dash is about to chat, the man says. So this is another Dino coin, right? That's been absolutely just hammered. And if it does break out, it's got a lot of potential upside, right? Still a little too early to tell if it's, you know, gonna break out. But if you do kind of similar to what we did to Ethereum here, made a big move up, pulled back right into your sweet spot, right, and pushed away. So this looks like it's starting to try and turn market structure. So your first clue is here, right? So we made a new low, and then what do we have here? Now we have a high, a new high, right? So now market structure shifting bullish, right? Now we have a low, a high, and what do we have here? A potential higher low. So this is not confirmed as a higher low until we take out this high, right? But if we do, this is a higher low, then this thing is really going to be confirmed in an uptrend, right? So there is the risk that we're just doing one of these, but this looks okay, right? So on the 3-day chart here, we're starting to put in some bullish market structure. But yeah, still a little too early to tell if it's for sure going to fucking rip, but it looks pretty fucking good to me in terms of like having room and not having pumped like crazy yet. So a little bit lower time frame action here. I like this, right? Makes the low, pushes above this high. That's a higher high now on the daily. Pulls back, and it looks like this is going to confirm as support. So if altcoins continue to look bullish, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing continue to push up. We look at the USD pair. Looks more bullish, right? So we've made clearly a huge accumulation range here. Huge fucking range. And we've broken out, retested the range highs, and now we're pushing away. So the BTC pair, or the USD pair, looks good, coupled with the BTC pair potentially breaking out. Like, I would say this is your range here, right? And this is like a super nice kind of range. There's your low, deviate below, back above, right? Reject the mid-range, break out, we're retesting, we're now holding above the range high. So I don't mind this at all. I don't have an entry here. I need an entry to get in. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing break out in a big way soon. So good call, whoever suggested that. Maybe we get another dip. Am I going to sneeze? I don't know. But once it clears 320, this thing's going to fucking fly. And the BTC pair looks pretty good. And this thing hasn't pumped too hard yet. Well, I guess that's not true. It's up 2x in the last little bit, but still. A lot of coins are way more overextended than this, and this would be in line with the other dinosaur coins pumping, so something to watch. Can I look at Kati? Sure. Kati BTC, Kati USD. So this is something, for example, that I like less, right? So all the coins that, these were super fucking bullish, but like Dash, for example, looks to me like it could be breaking out. This has had a big move, right? And so the question, this is actually a very interesting point for Koti, whatever it is, Kati. So big move up into the previous all-time high and wicking above, closing below. So showing signs of rejection. And now we're testing that weekly demand, right? So if this run is done, it's going to lose this. If it's going to keep going, you really want to see it hold where it is essentially right now. Or else we're going to have a big old drop down, another 20, maybe 30, 40%. So this is actually a really interesting place for this coin. It's broken out here, but again, no close above this high. So it's retesting super key support on the weekly. Let's just keep it super simple. Really want it to hold here, right? We're in a bull market. The market structure is bullish, so there's no reason to expect it to fail here. But this is where you want it to hold, right? Whereas a lot of other coins we were looking at, right? Like the market, the demand is here, and they're trading way up here, right? This thing, the demand is here, right? And we're trading right at it. So it needs to hold here and then obviously continue and put in a new high above here if this is going to remain bullish. So super interesting point. If you're in this coin, this is what you want to see hold. If you're looking to buy this coin, this is where you want to look for an entry, right? This is weekly demand here. So if you see some sort of SFP, some sort of setup form, this is your point of maximum opportunity because this should be giga support. The USD pair is effectively the exact same, right? It just doesn't have the peak over here, but effectively the exact same. Doesn't show the demand there, but you really don't want it to lose. It's already on the USD pair, it's kind of losing these levels already, but you really want it to hold these lows here, right? It's on giga support on the BTC pair. The USD pair, you do not want it to go below here, similarly, right? So if this is going to go up, it's going to go up from here. Can you look at Raven BTC? When you look at alts, I think it has a clean setup with an obvious potential invalidation point. RVN BTC, RVN USD. So huge fucking sell-off. The coin's dead. Big pump, right? Looks okay. You know, kind of rejecting from this floor, whatever you want to call it, right? This previous floor is kind of where we're finding some resistance right now. So I'd love to know what you think about this, bro. I don't love the kind of double top here that it kind of looks like it has, but you know, this is kind of your similar to Kati, right? If this is, you know, the end of the move and this is going to just be a fake out, it's going to get ugly, but it's on kind of your rock bottom support here, right? So you don't really want this thing to trade. It's almost the exact same situation. You don't really want this to trade any lower than here, right? So if it's going to go up, it's going to go up from here. So to your point, you know, risk defined, yeah, right? I wouldn't want it to trade below here. So not a bad opportunity to get in if you think it's going to still go up. And the USD pair looks the exact same, right? So it's on support now. You don't really want it to go any lower than where it is right now. OMG, yeah, let's look at OMG here, and then we'll check back for the weekly close. So this is one I posted on my Discord for a trade. I also posted it on Twitter. So we had a nice move up on the BTC pair, and we're rejecting right at the resistance that I had marked out. So I posted this on Twitter, said we've got this big range here. We broke high here, right? So this is the 3-day chart. We made a higher high here. You look at the weekly chart, we are printing an SFP, which is kind of ugly, but I'm not really too concerned about that. I do think this is bullish. I think if anything, maybe we get a pullback to here and then we continue. But I'm expecting this thing to break out and to continue up. So I'm still bullish on this. Obviously, needs to flip the gray to go higher, and then when it flips the gray, my next target is going to be up here around 3,000 Satoshi, 3,000 sats. But again, Bitcoin might break out. We might see a little bit of a pullback into this demand first and then the breakout. So either way, I'm still bullish on this. I like it. And the USD pair, right, is also broken out. So I'd shared this on Twitter. Around $8 is when I shared it on Twitter, and that's where my original entries were. I didn't long it down here or anything like that. You know, breakout, move up. First target was 10, which is just from this order block here. I just took the low. You can see we came up, we pinged it. We're rejecting a little bit, but hit that first target. And then I had another kind of day trade I took on the 4-hour. Because it looked like we wanted to break out here. And so I caught some of this, and now it's kind of pulling back here and showing a little bit of weakness. So, you know, we're consolidating under a key level. Now kind of what I would expect is ideally for kind of the trend to hold and us to maybe consolidate a bit, form some sort of a triangle, bull flag, whatever the fuck you want to call it, before continuing. So I'm still targeting 17 on this. It can pull back first. We could see some sort of pullback into here. But eventually, based on how the USD pair or the BTC pair looks and how this is breaking out on the high time frame, this would be a dip I would buy, right? So if we get some sort of pullback into here, this would be a dip that I would buy, targeting 17. And that could be a monster trade because this is a 2x from here to here. So next leg on Bitcoin, I would not be surprised to see OMG maybe get pullback first and then see a big ripper. But yeah, I caught a nice couple trades in here. Am I only talking about coins that are on Bybit? Not at all. I'm talking about coins all over the fucking place. Can we please see ELA? Is that a coin? Elastos. Like, that's what's so crazy about crypto. I mean, first of all, holy shit. Okay, so this thing's been dead for a while. This has been a shitty coin to hold for 2 fucking years, but it is moving up. This is kind of where I'd expect us to find some resistance. Some coin I've never heard of, and it's up, fucking 8 times in the last couple of months. Yeah, nothing really to report here. Obviously, this is a monster breakout. I don't really see much resistance until higher, right? Like at 17. Again, this is demand on the daily, at least, right? The daily demand is here, but that is a huge drop, right? That's like almost a 50% drop. So I don't know. Maybe you have stink bids here. I have no fucking idea. But I wouldn't bank on us going all the way there. This seems like a much more reasonable retest, right? Is here. So if this is going to remain bullish, that's going to be where you want to buy this fucking thing. Add that here. ELA. Let's see. I have a feeling the BTC pair on this thing looks the exact same. Yeah, exact same, right? Oh, this has lots of history. So BTC pair looks, Jesus. Oh my God. So like, I don't know, a coin, like that's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know, maybe this thing can go up. The other thing with a coin like this is, I don't know, maybe there's a shit ton of bag holders, but this thing has basically been dead for 3 years. And now it's just starting to show some signs of life. So if it does rip, I don't know, maybe there's not a lot of resistance because all the bag holders are dead or something. I don't know. Yeah, this looks very similar to the USD pair in the short-term price action, in that, this is where I would buy the dip. Been in an uptrend for a little while now on the daily, on the H4, right? But like, holy shit. This thing's got a long way to come back. Imagine if you own this from all-time high. Like, you are down bad, bro. Look at that fucking chart. That is hideous. I just don't like charts that look like this. Because I'm just like, how many people still hold this and are just waiting to dump, I don't know, or cram every rally? But this has been a long fucking slog. Algo USD, sure. Let's check the daily close. Boom. So did we just get daily close above 60K? What happened to my fucking lines? I think we did. I keep doing that. 6,000. Did we do it? Or no? The close was 60,032. Okay. So is that the highest day? Well, no, we closed above it there. Someone was saying this was the highest day close ever. That's just wrong. But yeah, daily close above 60K. So that's pretty promising. So maybe this is going to break out tonight. I don't know. Starting off the week strong. If we see something like this, right, that would be the only short I could see into this low. Like SFP this high and then break back down. Maybe SFP this high even too. And then break down, take out this low, and then the Coinbase fucking launch pad. But I'm not interested really in shorting BTC, to be honest with you. So daily close over 60K. Fuck yeah, that's a good start. Weekly close over 60K. That's must what I've been saying. That's the highest weekly close ever, not daily. Highest weekly close ever just happened. So can't help but think that's a little bit bullish, right, guys? So yeah, this looks fucking ready to fucking launch, man. Oh my god, like this is gonna fucking send very soon. All right, Algo USD. So Bitcoin pair looks like it's kind of starting to round up, right? So you got a low here, you got a high here. This looks like a higher low. So this could see some bullishness. It looks potentially like it's curving up, right? And then you look at the USD pair, and this is very close to a breakout, right? So makes sense. You know, I think this is very similar to kind of Bitcoin right now, right? Where you have a very clear level of resistance, ascending triangle. These things generally do well. I don't even know where you'd target on here. But this looks like it's going to break out. Maybe you get one more little dip, but this looks like it's going to go. And the BTC pair looks pretty good as well. So good looking one there. You know, kind of intraday on the H4. Just closed above all of these highs, right? So we had that resistance level. We're in a resistance here, right? But we just got a big market structure close to all of these highs. So any sort of pullback here into here, I think would be a buy if you get it. Looks good. I think we looked at Ocean. XRP. Let's look at Ripple, guys. Come on. Everyone likes to hate, but at the end of the day, when Ripple pumps, right? You know what they say, scams pump the hardest. So Ripple obviously got some good news, right? I think the whole SEC thing didn't go through, right? They got the charges were dropped or whatever. They're not getting fucked. So that's obviously good news, right? So Ripple USD is up massively. Well, look at the BTC chart, right? Big pump. The one thing you always got to be aware of is, right, this looked like the bottom, right? This looked like the bottom, and then they fully retraced, right? So not completely out of the woods yet on the BTC pair. Obviously, this thing has a ton of room to go up. If this bull run's going to continue, everything's going to continue to fly. Ripple is going to continue to go up. Did we close the weekly above here? It looks like yes. So we've made a higher high relative to here, right? So what you want to see on the BTC pair, right, is just bullish market structure. Right? So we're coming into resistance here. Again, this could line up very well with Bitcoin pushing to a new all-time high. Pull back into here. Fucking send it, mate. So this would be where I'm looking to buy if it comes back and gives you the opportunity. USD pair obviously has gone bonkers. I mean, nothing pumps quite like Ripple. What people seem to forget is it went from literally 22 cents, right? And then within a couple of weeks, right, less than a month, it went to 350. So this thing could absolutely put in a huge fucking green candle and then completely die. So definitely one to watch, right? Ripple is a fun one to trade. It's extremely volatile when it does move. But again, another coin people thought was dead. They're shitting on it. And all of a sudden in the last week, it's up, 120%. So, sentiment was pretty good with this one. I don't really see an area to buy this on the daily, right? Again, similar to some other coins we've looked at, the demand is just really far away, right? For it to drop down here, obviously it could. Why you fucking hate me? It obviously could drop here, right? But that's a pretty big drop. I think probably low time frame, you've got some sort of better demand level. We'll zoom in a second. But if it does come back to $1, $1.10, I think you buy it. But probably looking on the lower time frame, Let's see if we got something even lower here. I would say this is kind of, right? Like we could come down here, right? But what I think more is you know, some sort of dip maybe and rip below these lows before continuing up, right? So maybe like SFP, some lows here, something like that would be the kind of setup I'm looking for. Daily demand is here around $1 to $1.10, but that is quite far away from price. If this thing is going to remain bullish and continue going up, I think any sort of run into this order block, you know, maybe just below 130 and then reclaiming it quickly, so some sort of SFP below this consolidation, that would be an opportunity to get long, I think. What's up, sneaker market? Yo, dude. Fucking lol. Okay. XRP we just looked at. Link. Let's look at the stinky linkies for the Link Marines. I want to add it over here. So we're coming up on 2 hours, guys, here. I'm doing my best to get through as many of these as possible. We had a lot of going on this stream. We had some charting, then we had a big section of ranting, and now I'm getting into the, you know, high-speed charting. So I try and cover as many coins as I can for you guys here. But I'm only one man. I'm only one man. Stinky Linky. Stinky, stinky Linky. I'm actually in a Link long right now. If you're in my Discord, we're in this. We're in this bitch. Right? So we're in this long right here. Looking kind of good now. So I basically, when we had this breakout, I just set bids at this order block. I set them a little lower. You know, came fucking close to getting stopped out, but, you know, held. If I zoom out, hold on here. If I zoom out, this probably would have been, well, no, I'm actually okay. I'm just trying to see if there would have been a better level. Maybe this order block would have been the primo one, but it is what it is. So I set my bids here. Look at Bitcoin. You piece of shit. Just break out, you fucking garbage coin. Just doesn't want to go yet, man. It's just torture. Every time it starts to look okay, it just fucking gonna pull back, right? We're gonna see fucking 58K again. I don't know. Just go, you know? Everyone wants this. This is what we all want. Why can't we have it? Why can't we have nice things? So I'm long Link right now. So basically, I've been waiting for a while. This is from like an old stream for it to break above here. Once it gets above 35, it's gonna really rip. It's just taking its sweet fucking time, right? So it's just consolidating here, right? Chopping people up, but this is gonna go, and this is gonna go to 50. So I'm bullish on Link, and I am long right now. So if you're in my Discord, I didn't post that one on Twitter. The Discord is completely free. Check the bio of my Twitter. You can join, but I dropped the link long. So we're long the stinky linkies. We're a temporary Link Marine. And I'm just waiting for this thing to fucking rip, man. Just waiting for it to fucking rip. So I think Link goes to 50 soon. It's just a matter of time, right? This is just chop solidation for an entire month, right? Basically the entire month of March, we haven't really done much. So very clear level of resistance, very similar to Bitcoin itself, right? Just needs to break above here. We're pushing up. We're making higher lows going into it. So eventually, right, 35 is the level I had previously. So you put it at 35, close enough. Once we get above 35, I expect to move to 50. Simple as that. So I'm bullish on Link BTC, right? This is one that I've been watching for a while, this chart. So we came we had a huge move on Link, obviously. Came all the way back down, retested this monthly demand, got a really nice reaction, pulling back, testing it again. You zoom in, right? And what you need to see here now is a breakout, right? So if that was the top for Link BTC, the USD pair is going to be a laggard for the rest of the cycle. So you've got to be aware of that, right? You don't want this to have been the top for the BTC pairing. But what we're hoping here, right, is we had this big move up, and this is just a big fat higher low, and this thing obviously rips again. We'll see. But that could be the top for the BTC pairing for some time, but doesn't mean that this can't go up more. You know, you kind of got a falling wedge here almost, right? Kind of falling wedge vibes into support. So looks like it's breaking out. But above here, uber fucking bullish on Link, right? Uber bullish. But for now, I'm just in a small little long. I do think we'll see 50, but Link has had a big market cycle, right? This is a market cycle in its own. So the question is do we have another market cycle, right? We get the double bubble, or are we just going to kind of range here? You know, because if that's the case, if Link is just going to go, if Link BTC just does this, right? Link USD is not going to do well relative to some other alts that are in an uptrend versus Bitcoin, right? Because for the longest time, Link's been in an uptrend versus Bitcoin. So I'm not saying that this is over and that's the top, but that looks mighty like a fucking parabolic top and now a complete retrace. And maybe we see sideways now. So Link's had an insane run just since, you know, the start of 2021. Or 2020, I guess, is what we'll do it from. Right? Link had a fucking, you know, big 6x versus Bitcoin last year. Now it's been underperforming. So I got nothing against the Link Marines, but this is the chart I've been watching for some time and I've been talking about. And it's like, there's so many coins versus Bitcoin that look like this. And then there's one that looks like this. And it's like not as nice, right? This looks like it kind of had its parabolic move already. But we'll see. Again, looks okay. Needs to get above here to be super bullish again. Otherwise, you know, ranging, maybe it, you know, kind of goes into an uptrend. But I think Link USD will go to 50 soon. But right now versus BTC, there's better looking coins, right? Like if you're a Link Marine, you really want this to be the bottom and then this to make a new high. Or else I think you're going to be lagging the rest of the market for some time here. Or at least lagging Bitcoin. The stinky linkies. How does someone ask if I use order blocks? Is it not obvious that I'm the order block like guy? Getting so many fucking FaceTimes right now. What the fuck? Okay, XLR. What the fuck is that? I don't know what XLR is, bro. I'm sorry. Do you mean XMR? Monero? Monero we can look at. I mean, my God. Imagine picking Monero over Cardano. How mad are you? You know, looks like it potentially is bottoming here. Again, this looked like it was the bottom. Completely ate a dick. So too early to tell. But looks like it's trying to form some sort of bottom here on the weekly. Looks like it's breaking out, right? Like this looks like it's breaking out. I'm pretty sure Monero had a big day yesterday. So, you know, there's lots of coins still that haven't moved, right? So like, I'm not saying BNB is not going to go higher, right? Like I think it is, obviously, but BNB's ripped a lot recently, right? There's other coins like Monero, right? I'm pretty sure Monero put in like a 30% day or 30% over the last 2 days. There's a lot of coins that haven't really moved yet, and you can still get these big moves, and like that's 30% with no leverage, right? So let's see here. Looks pretty fucking good to me. Looks like it's breaking out. Looks kind of bullish. I mean, I want to see it get above here before I'm like convinced that this is, you know, at least a temporary bottom, right? Because you can kind of see similar to here. Like looked like it was bottom, moved up. We did close above the resistance briefly, but then shit the bed, right? So I want to see like some sort of, you know, confirmation that this might indeed actually be a bottom. So we'll see. Want to see us get above there before I kind of make any decisions on Monero, because I'm not long from lower. But looks okay. Don't hate it. Coming into resistance, but it's had a big move. Like, I would not be surprised if this thing gets a little bit of a pullback soon into maybe back into these highs. I don't know if it comes all the way back down here, but maybe back into these highs. And then this is going to be your big test there. And I'm pretty sure the USD pair's gone ham. Yeah, as you can see. So BTC pair, right, is looking like it might be forming a bottom. And look at Monero in the last 3 days. It's up, 30%, 25%, excuse me. So that looks pretty good, right? This is the 3-day chart. This looks like that looks like it's going to close bullish, right? Daily breakout. All the high time frames are broken out. This would be your ultimate buy the dip, I think, if it gives it to you. You've got this previous high and bearish order block that now could be considered a breaker, and you've got a daily bullish order block within there. So if you get a chance to buy it back here, I think you do. I don't know if you will, but I think if you get a chance, you do. Look at Bitcoin. Pitiful. Pitiful. So if we do this, if we do this, maybe that's a short, I don't know, stop up here. I probably wouldn't take that myself, but something to watch. You guys like my stash, by the way? I think I like it. My girlfriend hates it, which makes me like it more. Okay. Algo, I did. Chainlink, I did. Grace2 says, I think LTC's in a death spiral, man. Bro, we're up like 30%. Someone like posted me on Twitter. I was like, what's going on with LTC? And I'm like, bro, LTC is up like 30% in the last few days. What do you mean what's going on with LTC? This is the month of April for LTC. So in the last 11 days, we're up almost 40%. So I don't care if it's in a death spiral. It's up almost 40% in the last 11 days, and I own a shitload of it. So do you use demand and supply zones? Essentially, right? Order blocks are essentially supply and demand. Grace, I hope you didn't let it go before it pumped 40% in 11 days. I did algo. Okay, so let's just get caught up on the chat, guys. I'm done fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coin requests. And my eyes are starting to hurt. Like, are you a bot, Chris Breezy? I just did link. This guy just keeps reposting the same shit. Okay. If I could grow a goatee, I would. It's not for lack of want, it's for a lack of ability. All right. What fucking BTC is gonna fuck everything, isn't it? Look at this piece of shit coin. It's like, I'm gonna break over 60 and I'm gonna now pull back. So I don't know, maybe we get that setup that we want, right? Maybe we get a run of this low here. I'm not going to short this, but if we break market structure here, the downside, and get a pullback, I think you could short it. This low getting run before Coinbase would be crazy. I don't know if that happens. I don't know if it does, but we'll see. Thanks, Crypto Kitty. Appreciate it. Hernan, thanks for tuning in, man. Okay. One man with a neck for two. Thank you. XMR I just did. What up? Been on a 2-week vacation. Came back to money. Fuck yeah, my guy. Do you set price alerts for all those coins on your chart? If so, what do you use? I use TradingView. TradingView, you can set price alerts on. You just right click, add alert. I have the max version of TradingView, so I get like a text message and an email, and it blows my shit up. Only Bitfinex weekly close over 60K. Not on Coinbase, Binance, or BitMEX. Oh, interesting. Okay. What about on FTX or Bitstamp or something? Oh, so it didn't close over 60K on a bunch of exchanges. Only Bitfinex, which I happen to be charting on. Interesting. Maybe we're getting cucked yet again. All right. Ray I will do. Ray's an interesting one. I'll look at EOS and I'll look at Ray. Sweet Kangle hat, another Aussie trader. Do I sound Australian, my guy? I'm Canadian, but I love Kangle. I'll check Dot. Yash Gupta says, ignorant bastard. Are you talking about me, bro? If so, fuck you. If you're talking about someone else, that's bad language. Be nicer. Rich King, thanks, man. I'm glad you liked the video. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm going to try and... I have the blue block glasses, but when I wear them on stream, it like reflects back weird. Okay, I did an entire video on using the crayons indicator confluent with my trading style. All right, I'm gonna look at Ray here real quick, guys. All right, Ray BTC. There is no BTC pair. All right, Radium. Another Sam special. So, I mean, there's your breakout. I mean, I don't even know if you call that a retest, but I don't even remember drawing this, guys. But came into support here. Bounced, boom, right? Break above here, pretty bullish was what my thinking was. I'm just going to delete all of this and put this level on the chart here. Hold on. I actually like this level. So I like this level here. And if you zoom in, ta-da. So Ray right on support right now. So broken out, looks bullish, high time frame. Right, looks bullish. This is like when it got listed, it shit the bed. I don't know. I imagine a bunch of people who were in the pre-sale or whatever it was sold a bunch of their coins. But this looks pretty fucking good here, I think, from here. As long as it holds above here. So I don't hate Ray at this area. I think as long as it's kind of staying above 1050, I think it goes higher. So I think, maybe a pullback here, but overall looks good. What was the other one? Dot I saw, and I saw I think one more. I do my best, guys, to get to all of your requests, but it's just there's so many. I used to do these videos, guys. I have videos back from 2018 where I was doing these live streams and I'd have like 5 people watching. See, look, the likes down say only 38. Something's going on because I swear we got closer to 100. How are the likes going down? Exactly. I don't understand. Like at one point we were at like 85 and I swear to God we were at 100 already. And then it went down and then went to 80 and now it's at 38. I don't know. You guys hate me. Okay. Let's look at DOT real quick here, guys. Fucking Bitcoin, you piece of shit. It's gonna fuck up my stinky linky long. Hi, ER. I already did cake. You're going to have to just go back earlier in the video. I already covered cake. So look here. I covered cake at about an hour and 30 minutes into the video. It was one of the first alts I looked at. Okay. Stinky dot. Stinky dot. So dot's interesting here, right? So had this weekly demand. Boom. Came back, touched it. Never made a higher high though, right? So we came in here, retested this, never made a higher high. So you need to see us push up here, right? So what I'd be watching now, okay, we've already tested this demand. I don't really want us to come back there, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to be watching this, right? And what this is a breaker. So this is going to be kind of my area to be a bull on dot, I think. I think this is going to be my area to be bullish on dot. So into here on the Bitcoin pair, maybe we come in and retest this little consolidation here. So a little bit lower, and then a move up and continuation. So I wouldn't be bearish per se. I think maybe we go a little bit lower. I don't think we end with a double top. I think this maybe comes a little lower, and then it sends. So I don't mind dot as a chart. This looks more bullish than the BTC pair, which is good, right? So the BTC pair looks bullish and the USD pair looks more bullish, right? That's good. So we have a 3-day breaker, exact same setup. Zoom in, very similar situation here, right? Clearly this is bullish market structure. Big consolidation here, right? After a monster run, right? Consolidation, ran the lows, now we're back above, closed above here. So I think dot looks good. I like dot for more upside. Maybe a little bit lower. Maybe we sweep that low, but I think dot looks good to go up. Okay, I'll do ZRX. I'm running on fumes here soon though, guys. I gotta feed myself, so these are gonna be the last couple of coins. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I literally try my best, guys, to get as many of these as possible. It's just fucking hard. Okay. So Serum. So I mean, Serum, I'm like probably a dip buyer, right? Broke market structure here on the H12, right? So we're, big pullback here. This is an uptrend. We just broke market structure. So some sort of pullback on Serum, into this previous consolidation is probably where I'd look to buy it on the BTC pair, but I think it looks good, right? Broke above there, broke above here. We are rejecting from this kind of, previous top here, right? But I think this looks fine to continue to go up. Maybe you get a little bit of a pullback, but I think it looks good overall. Kind of nasty little SFP there, but again, I still think this is bullish. I would be buying this in here if given the chance. $7, $6.75 to $7, I think would be where I'd buy this if it comes back that far. I don't know if it will, but if it does, that's where I'd buy Serum. All right, SRX. I like when the BTC pair and the USD pair looks the same because I only need to chart it once. Yeah, I mean, the BTC pair looks kind of wild, but this is similar-ish to Serum, quite honestly. You had this breakout, but it looks like this is bullish market structure forming here. So this is coming into demand, right? So this is where you're buying it. This is where you want it to hold, right here. And I imagine the USD pair looks the exact same, and it does. This is where I'm looking to buy this mofo in here. So 160 to 190. This is high time frame, obviously. I'm on the 12-hour chart. You know, on the 4-hour, though, I just don't see really support here. Like my buy, right, would be something like this, right? Run the low into demand. That would be the setup. All right. Farming Ray on Radium, 100% plus APR. That sounds pretty good. I got to understand more farming shit. Can you go to town? We need a pump. I would love to leave town. I would love to go to BTC Miami and us hit 100K while I'm there partying. Really appreciate the charts and making the process entertaining. Thank you, Cyber Hornets. That's nice of you to say, man. I appreciate that. Wouldn't have picked Canadian. Love the relaxed style. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that as well. It will give you laser eyes. Yeah. FET just on the high time frame. He said please, and my mama raised me with good manners. So just on the high time frame, looks bullish, my man. Nothing on the weekly, right? Demand is super far away. So this is your floor. I imagine there'll be like some sort of daily or order block around here. There you go. Right, this is your floor right here. So I took a 3-day level and then I zoomed in and I found a order block at the key level. That's why this order block to me is relevant. Someone was asking me how I pick good ones. You need to combine support and resistance with order blocks. So yeah, this is just consolidating here. I wouldn't say this is bullish or bearish at this point. I think this is going sideways, right? Kind of in a range. Right, got above the range, deviated back into the range. So, this thing needs to break out one way or another. You don't really want us to see it lose the range low. If we lose the range low, probably going to trade much lower. You know what I mean? Probably going to start trading into some of these consolidations here. Because looking at the high time frame, this thing's had a huge run, right? It's had a big run over the last several months. So you don't want it to pull back super deep. If this is, and I don't see reason why it would necessarily. I imagine this consolidation, if the bull market keeps bulling, breaks to the upside eventually. So yeah, let's see what happens on this one here. But no decision yet. No decision yet. And the likes are down at 50 now. I don't understand. That sucks. Oh well. Okay. Cool, guys. All right. We've run the low. Now we need to reclaim 50 likes. Exactly. Bullish swing failure pattern on the lows on likes. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it. It's been 2.5 hours, basically. So hopefully this has been good for you. Love you guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I would like to go to Miami. I haven't bought a ticket yet. I'm kind of just playing it by ear. I really want to go, and if I can go and it's not a pain in the ass to return to Canada, I'm going to go. So if any of you live in Miami or you're going, let me know. I would love to meet up with you guys and have some beers and have a good time. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of playing it by ear for me, because if they're telling me when I come back I've got to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks in Canada and quarantine, I just don't want to do that. We'll see. I would like to go. Hopefully I go. So love you guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like the video, because YouTube is stealing all my likes and I need likes for dopamine or else I'm gonna die. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back. I've got some stuff cooking. I've got another interview lined up probably for next week. And then I'm also working on a video that's going to be kind of a little more short form and a little more fun. I hired a video editor. You guys see I got the green screen here. I bought a new camera. So I've got like a legit camera to stream with. I've got a light. I've got all sorts of shit going on. So I'm going to be really starting to try and improve the production value of my YouTube videos. So it's not just going to be a 2-hour video of me talking to a chart. There's going to be some editing. There's going to be some more informational content, some educational content. Obviously, still do my typical rants and shit, but I'm going to start trying to do a couple times a week some like 10-minute videos, you know what I mean? Because obviously this is like a very long video. The fact that you guys stick around for these things is incredible to me, and I'm super appreciative. But I want to have some quick hitters where it's like, hey, here's like a 10-minute review of, you know, some coins, boom, boom, and shit like that, and some more educational stuff. So that's coming. Stay tuned. Really excited. Yeah, looking forward to chatting you guys all soon. I will have another video out probably sometime midweek. So stay tuned for that. I'll talk to you guys all on Twitter. Much love. All right.